Hello YouTube, my name is Plazookas, and today's video is going to be on Rise of the Ronin, and we're going to do a review roundup. Again, I did one for Dragon's Dogma 2, and I think I'm going to continue to do this one because it also highlights the review that I did and the fact that they're early. Not to continue to reiterate that, but it's worth mentioning just because they're not getting the views that I think they should be getting based on the fact of how accurate I've been. So I reviewed Rise of the Ronin 7 out of 10. I could have given it a 7.5 because the Metacritic is 76, but I didn't feel like it did enough. And I think for a lot of these reviews, you're going to find out that it's not a very, it doesn't excel anywhere, right? This is why I put it right at the middle. In my opinion, 7 out of 10 is right in the middle of where a game kind of lands. It's neither good nor bad. It is just basically the average video game, and for some, that's going to be fantastic. If you like the setting, if you like the actual gameplay, the loop, and I think there's been enough information out there if you're following Rise of the Ronin to be able to discern if you like that kind of stuff or not. So let's just go over some of the reviews here. A jack of all trades and a master of some. Again, what I said. It's kind of like it does everything that you would expect from a video game, but it doesn't excel. Though Rise of the Ronin feels like a melting pot of influences from other games, it also quite the surprise of the year for me thus far, as it clearly shows that Team Ninja has a confident grasp of compelling open world in a way that's many of its genre stablemates do not. Though the visual presentation might be comparatively a little rough around the edges, Rise of Ronin nonetheless is simultaneously the most accessible and most ambitious game Team Ninja has done to date, and one that both hardcore action RPG fans, fiends, and open world adventure aficionados will surely embrace. I mean, yes, that is true, but unfortunately, because it comes from a developer who is known for more hardcore games and they are skill based, when you take a deviation the way you did, and I did not score this. This was not part of the score of the 7 out of 10 that I gave it. But in essence, it is different. It's not necessarily what you'd come to expect from a Team Ninja game. And to be honest, Sony has doubled down on accessibility and ease of use. Just like Spider-Man, you can basically tune Spider-Man to never be knocked out. Just basically button mash and go through the story, and it's literally non-stressful. And I think most Sony properties will continue to do that. They want to be as accessible as possible. Let me go to GameSpew. It's safe to say that Rise of Ronin is perhaps Koei Tecmo's largest and most ambitious game yet. That's true. There's tens of hours of fun to be had here. Living out your fantasy life as a Ronin, who you ally yourself with, and how you develop your character is up to you. And with so many options, you could have different experience compared to a friend who is also playing. It's just a shame that its open world areas aren't a little more interested. It ends up diluting the experience on the whole. Still, whether you love open world games, action RPGs, or simply the idea of being a samurai, Rise of the Ronin is worthy of your attention. Yeah, I mean, this all sounds middle of the pack to me, but you know, it is what it is. And let me go to a 70, and then we'll wrap this up. Oh, there was more reviews here. So this was just a very small list, but I think PlayStation Universe is high. Yeah, it's the highest. All right, let me go down here. There are some big names down in the 70s, by the way. Not to toot my horn or say that the mainstream media, game media, is accurate, but Rise of the Ronin marries a cool historical setting, Team Ninja's mastery of tough but fair combat, and some smart RPG designed to make a game that is immediately compelling and even more fun and friends. It's full of cool little touches, whether it's throwing something at an enemy with the grappling rope or dropping from your glider onto your horse. Unfortunately, it's also a game full of map clutter, bloated systems. I said all this, by the way, in my review. And a truly absurd amount of junk loot. And the time I spent clearing out everything that didn't spark joy and dealing with all these non-essential systems made me pine for a leaner, meaner, and more focused game. Rise of the Ronin is excellent when it has the courage to be itself and lean into its challenge and rewarding fighting. Too often, however, it feels stuck in indecision, torn between what it wants to be and what it feels it's expected to be, and not even the best samurai can overcome that. So again, this is like, in my opinion, all these basically were middle of the pack reviews. My review, I stand by it firmly, definitively, and again, this is the second review that I've showcased on Review Roundup that I have been very close to what the critics are saying the game is. And I did it 8 days earlier than they did. My name is Bazookas. If you like this content, like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.